It's been quite a long time since I've last dedicated a video to Cyberpunk 2077. Well, there's a few reasons for that. The first thing is, I found the game was just more enjoyable when I didn't have to try to come up with witty commentary all the time. And on top of that, the editing process can sometimes take a long time because there'd be areas I would just get lost in for a while, but then I'd realize later that, okay, that should be something that's shown, this shouldn't be, and then it becomes a bit of a convoluted mess, and I just had a lot more fun doing it the way I did. However, I'm not really the kind of person to do things halfway through, so I figure I would create one last conclusion episode for Cyberpunk 2077. So how I did it is I got what I considered the best ending of the game onto this single VHS tape. This one is really old, that's all I can say for sure. However, before I can play this tape, there is a lot of ground to cover. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? So last that I can remember, I was at the Voodoo Boys, trying to find one more avenue to be able to remove the shard. However, this turned out to be unsuccessful, as everybody that was connected to the network at the time mysteriously dropped dead. And thus, the Voodoo Boys have it in for you, and any that are left alive, you have to fight your way through. Once outside, you meet back with Goro. You know, the guy that fished you out of the garbage and then brought you back to life. He has tried just about every avenue he can think of to convince the Arasakas that it was indeed the son that killed the father. He is getting desperate, and there is one last thing he's going to do. The Arasakas have this big parade going on once a year, and there will be the daughter, Hanako Arasaka, and Goro hopes to use his powers of persuasion to be able to at least tell her about what happened. This is a fair bit easier said than done, as the only way to get the Hanako is to be able to abduct her. The plan for the most part seems to go smoothly, except for when V runs into an old nemesis of Johnny Silverhand known as Atom Smasher, which culminates in a rather fun as well as challenging boss fight. Once out, Goro, Hanako, and V are able to escape to a rundown apartment building to try their best to explain everything that has happened. However, Hanako doesn't really seem to be listening to any of this. It's then that everybody is discovered and a whole bunch of drones shoot down through the windows. Goro is dead. Hanako still lives, and V just barely manages to escape before Night City got locked down. She is held up in probably the trashiest outskirt hotel possible, when all of a sudden she is met up with I think the term would be liaison. Basically, it's just like a random person that shows up, and they temporarily become the mouthpiece of the person that wants to speak. So Hanako didn't want to see V in person, so she sent this liaison instead, and delivers the message that she has had a change of heart and she believes V. Hanako then wants to discuss all the details at a very swanky restaurant known as Embers. Now that's pretty much it for the main storyline, but there is actually quite a few side quests that I need to address as well. At the Afterlife, Rogue has a job for you. However, it requires quite a fair bit of eddies, 16,000 if I remember correctly. If you're able to pony up all this money for Rogue, she will give you an assignment that pairs you up with a nomad known as Pan Am. At first, it seems kind of one-sided, as V is helping out Pan Am with several different vendettas. Not only was her truck stolen, but then she wants revenge for those that stole her truck in the first place. After this is where Pan Am starts to help out V a little bit. She is able to take down a major networking tower in the Arasaka network, which is meant to create a hole in their defenses and hopefully get some answers as to how to remove the shard that's slowly killing her. There's a bit of a snag, as two of her best friends end up being taken prisoner by Militech. Basically, they're a contracted organization that's all about protecting Arasaka's investments. One is able to be saved, however the other is not. But, as a means of dedication, you get to ride his motorcycle around. This attention that Pan Am has brought up in punching the hole through the network doesn't go unnoticed, and the attacks seem to be increasing in frequency. When, all of a sudden, the tribe leader, known as Saul, is captured. There is a daring rescue operation to get him, and luckily, there is a sandstorm that is able to cover all traces that they were ever there. However, they are held up in an abandoned house waiting for the storm to pass. Obviously, there's no way to be able to see when there's just sand everywhere. And there, you really start to see that V and Pan Am are getting a bit of a relationship together. Not a romantic one, but one of really strong friendship. The next day, Saul is dropped off, and there is one more assignment that V is given. The Aldecados, that's the tribe that Pan Am belongs to, has a recent acquisition, a tank. However, Militech is not going to stand for this, and they attack the tribe out in the open. But at the same time, the Aldecados have a tank, and they are able to repel the Militech forces and are able to locate to another tribe outside. After this victory, V has been given the special position of Honorary Aldecado. V decides to celebrate with a drink with Pan Am. However, V starts to pass out as the chip is slowly eating her away more and more, and these blackouts are becoming more and more frequent. When V gets up, she explains all to Pan Am, who says that now that she's an Aldecado, the whole tribe is going to try their best to protect V, just like she did for all of them. There is another side quest wherein V is assisting a cop in a rather off-the-books investigation. So the newest mayor-elect, known as Perales, I want to say, are trying to figure out what happened to their political opponent after they were killed under very mysterious circumstances. V and the cop are able to investigate and find that there is a lot of deep-seated corruption within the NCPD, Night City Police Department. And this, unfortunately, involves the cop, known as River, to lose his badge. However, River is rather content because he was able to serve up justice. Then cut back to the Perales family again, so it's the husband running for the mayor and a very concerned wife. They had a very mysterious break-in, one that both of them remember vividly, but yet there's no recordings on the cameras, and there is no signs of conflict, even though the mister fired a bullet at the intruder. V does quite a fair bit of snooping, and realizes that there is a massive conspiracy. Who is behind it is never really shown, but we do know that it is Maelstrom. You may remember their club from the previous videos. They're the ones that have like 7 eyes, as well as just these really distorted technological voices. They're the ones supplying soldiers in order to prevent V from finding out the truth. That it turns out the mayor and his wife are slowly losing their minds to some sort of shadow puppet master. What's rather unfortunate is I completed this quest as well as I could, but because of the Shadow Master, each one of them keeps forgetting that they had a conversation with V, or that they are even being controlled in the first place. So it's a lot of back and forth there. Now that is Perales. Let's go back to River, the cop that lost his badge. Well, he's working as a rather concerned citizen, as there was a news bulletin that he saw the other night that a known psychotic killer was wearing his nephew's shoes when he got gunned down and trying to outrun a speeding ticket. River tries all the tools that he can in his civilian trade to try to track down Randy. And what it ends up being is probably one of the most disturbing side quests in the game. Well, in my opinion, takes second to the guy who thought he was the reincarnation of Jesus and wanted to commit suicide on global TV in order to save all the world from sin. But with that one, I didn't have the stomach for it, so I just kind of quit as soon as I realized what the intention was. I'm just like, oh, you're giving me money just to walk away? Well, then I'm walking away. But this last one I didn't walk away with. It turns out Randy was abducted by the psychopath, as well as several other poor victims. How they're being held captive is they are basically cattle. They're being stuffed in feeding tubes, being filled with antibiotics and all this other stuff, and I'm pretty sure there was a small section in the back where there were several that were being slaughtered. Unless maybe that was just my imagination making it worse than it was, but still, though, that was probably one of the most disturbing things I've seen. But at the same time, Randy, as well as 2 other kids, have been saved from this psychotic abductor. And every day, Randy grows a little bit stronger. Where River is really starting to see quite a change in Randy. He used to be quite a delinquent kid, basically would just cause trouble just because he wanted to. And now, he's starting to see a much more humble Randy. Now, let's bounce back to Judy. Now, you may remember her being the person that sends you through the first brain dance at the first, I think they call them doll houses in the future. Essentially, she wants revenge at Clouds after they basically killed Evelyn Parker, one of her best friends. Her, as well as a small team of dolls, and V, are able to take over Clouds. However, this eventually involves V killing the head of Clouds, which Judy was kind of on okay terms with. So there was quite a bit of emotional baggage that has to be taken care of first. V receives a very mysterious call from Judy, basically saying to meet her on a lake just outside of town. There, both of them are suited up, given scuba equipment, as well as a mind link to be able to communicate with each other. When both of them take the dive underwater, we realize that this is where Judy grew up. It was only a mere 15 years ago that the entire town got flooded, and Judy always wanted to go down there, but could just never really see doing it alone. It seems like a nice stroll through memory lane, when all of a sudden, V blacks out. Judy is able to revive her, to which V, much like with Pan Am, is able to tell her a little bit of what's going on. After all, their minds are still linked, and when Johnny is talking, Judy can hear that as well. They try their best to relax from the near-death experience, when all of a sudden Judy starts to have a flashback to Evelyn, because V almost dying reminded Judy a lot of when Evelyn was just barely hanging on as well. However, I'm not really sure how to explain what happens next, but basically Judy starts making a move on V, and then all of a sudden they end up spending a night of romantic love with each other. The next day, Judy wants to know, was this just a one-night stand, or the start of something more? Since I'm playing V as a lesbian, it was definitely the start of something more. And as a gift, Judy grants V access to her apartment whenever she would need it. So as I said, there was going to be a lot to cover before we get started, but this is the last thing. So, Atom Smasher, that was part of the parade that I mentioned towards the beginning. That was an old nemesis of Johnny Silverhand. He wants to know how in the world he survived those extra 50 years, unlike Johnny. And so, he wants to do a little digging. This involves temporarily taking over V in order to get to a few sources. However, he doesn't really waste time as he just kind of starts off the night getting completely plastered, going to a tattoo parlor to give V a nice tattoo of an ox on her wrist, gets kicked out of a nightclub, and then almost nearly kills a doll in a car accident, And then when V comes back, she has to deal with the hangover. However, it was not for nothing, as the tattoo parlor owner actually knew how Atom Smasher survived those 50 years, and Johnny was able to convince Rogue that he came back. And thus, Rogue, with her extensive street knowledge, is combing everywhere throughout the city to figure out where Atom Smasher is. She is successful and is able to trace Smasher's hideout to an old abandoned dock. Unfortunately, this yields very little results, as all that's left is henchmen. However, as the hand cannon that was during those flashbacks with Johnny Silverhand is retrieved during this section, as well as Johnny's Porsche. It is also there that they realize where Johnny Silverhand's body was stuffed, and both V and Johnny drive in the Porsche to that gravesite to find that there is very little to go over, if anything. However, here, there is a heart-to-heart between Johnny and V, and it feels like there is a bit more of a relationship between the two. Instead of Johnny trying to take over V's consciousness, it's more about compromise, being able to live with each other. And so at the end of the conversation, Johnny says he wanted to go on one last date with Rogue, which V, after hearing this story, is able to give him that chance. They both go to this drive-in movie theater, where it seems like old times again. However, I just kind of find it funny that I went with a female character, and Rogue just kind of accepts this as Johnny, and there's a bit of a makeout session, and you think Rogue would just kind of be like, no, this doesn't feel right. I have this makeout session, however, it doesn't last for very long, as Rogue, as well as Johnny, are 50 years older now, and Rogue realizes that it can never really be the same as it used to be. But she is very thankful that they go on this one last date. Now that's the very last thing that comes up in the tape, but I just want to mention one last little joke first. So, after the date, there is back and forth between V and Johnny taking control, and this involves getting the band back together. And I love how when Johnny comes in the appearance of V, the old lead singer accepts V as Johnny, as obviously nobody can play like he can. But at the same time, he's just kind of like, you got a new look going. Got a nice rack. I like it. And I just love the idea that he is so accepting of this new form. It's just like, okay, this is Johnny now. Hey, you look pretty nice, actually. That just got me a little bit of a chuckle. But I digress. Let's go on to what I consider the best ending of the game.
like this at all. This porcelain bitch is the worst kind of news.
Can you chill for 2 secs? We go in, we talk, we leave. That's it.
She emptied the place. Shit.
Excellent. You have come.
Thanks for meeting me.
Of course, V. And I thank you. Before we discuss details, I feel I owe you an explanation.
Weren't sure of anything. If you could trust me. If Yorinobu'd killed your father... No?
I knew. From the start.
You... knew?
All the board members knew. Not one soul even slightly interested in the matter believed in the poisoning.
You knew, but didn't do a thing about it? Why?
My father had flaws. I know this. When a foe needed removal, my father ordered it without a thought to mercy. A way of being Yorinobu could not abide. But to my father, ends ever justified means. Saburo Arasaka has always valued just one thing. Do you know what it is?
Ties that bind.
Yes, family. I was to be its heart, to uphold life, ensure continuity, stability, never to oppose it.
Huh. Guess Yorinobu's instructions were a little different?
Yorinobu raised his hand against our father, but he is an Arasaka. He is family. I do not expect you to understand. I wish you merely to know I do not oppose my brother willingly.
We were gonna talk biz? Specifics?
Let us do so. Did you bring Soul Killer, as we agreed you would?
Finger on the trigger, don't say a word.
Take me for a fool. Got plans to walk out of here alive.
Had I any ill intentions, I would have chosen a side far more discreet than this. We are here because I know how to save your life. I can lead you to Mikoshi.
Meaning, Mikoshi don't exist in real space.
Yet its access points do, and one is very near.
Where?
Here in Night City, beneath Arasaka Tower.
We ought to leave. Right now.
Wanna leave.
What gave you that idea?
Quit butting in so I can hear her out.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Sit. We have little time.
Sure know how to prick up my ears. Go on. Talk.
My brother.
You catch a whiff of that? Smells like shit. Careful not to step in it.
He must be made to take responsibility for his deeds.
Just say it. You want him dead.
I want him punished.
Still vague.
I want the Arasaka Corporation to know the truth.
How you plan to do this?
Yorinobu,
花子様、そろそろご自宅にお戻りいただいて。
すぐに済むわ。Yorinobu will soon call a meeting of the board. Representatives of all factions are expected to attend. I will get you into this meeting, and you will testify against my brother.
Testify.
Help me get rid of Yorinobu. I will help you get rid of the construct.
Offers intriguing. Need to think about it.
Naturally. But think quickly. Yorinobu is on high alert after the parade. He may harbor suspicions.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Are you well?
Yeah, it's just,
You are bleeding.
fuck.
It seems you are running out of time. Don't delay. Make your
No
decision.
worries about that.
You could use some air. Right now. I warned you.
What are you doing?
You'll be hours from it now, V. You can't stand on your own 2 feet. Well, I'm good to go. Body listens to me. See what I'm getting at?
Of course I can see.
Pop some pseudo-endotrizine, scooch, and let me get behind the wheel. I'll get us to fucking Mikoshi.
Uh-huh. How exactly?
Without that porcelain cunt's help, that's for damn sure.
Don't stand a chance without help.
Right about that. But that's why I'll bring Rogue. She's not rusted through just yet. Plus, she owes me. We'll blast our way into Sokka Tower, just like we did back in the day. Then find a way inside Mikoshi. It's our only chance.
Rogue? I don't know. You honestly think it could work?
With her experience, her resources, her connections. Won't find anyone better in NC.
Johnny...
It's gotta work. We breach the tower. Alt cracks open Mikoshi. Then I fuck up that. Great, you checking out again? No, it's not what you think. Not yet, anyway.
Vic.
You're in pain, I know. Delirious when you arrived, so I had to dose you with beta-haloperidol.
How'd I get here?
Dragged yourself here, beat to hell and back. Gave Misty a hell of a fright. Then you shoved my patient at the time off the table and demanded you be treated immediately.
Tell him it was your guardian angel.
Huh?
I wasn't completely myself.
I know. And that's a bit worrying.
So, how bad we talking?
How much longer is this going to go on?
You tell me.
Looking at you, not long at all. Next attack, you won't be able to crawl back here. You'll flatline in some back alley. This is your last chance to take matters into your own hands. Understand? Now, see that setup over there?
Yeah? What about it?
You'll find the last dose of pseudo-endotrizine there. A gift from Misty. Want to give in to the voices in your head? Go ahead. Take a puff. Go silent. Get out. Or find another way. End things on your own terms. Got a little present for me over there, too. Blockers. Manage to walk those few yards to the table. The rest will be up to you, and you alone.
You heard him. We've got one last chance. I'm taking the wheel. Endotrizine, Rogue, Sokka Tower. Only way this is gonna work.
Enough, Johnny. I gotta think about it. Need to stretch your noodle? Fine.
Just
Not in this basement.
V, Christ, you're talking out loud.
Out loud? What?
Just go fix this thing.
Think I can do it.
Whatever you decide. Let's make sure to get out of here first.
Hey, V, I heard... Well, your thoughts?
Shouldn't have had to. Sorry about that.
No need to be. I know what's going on. And I know it won't be easy. For either of you. If you don't want to decide here, I know a much better place.
Sure, either way. Why is this spot special?
I took Jackie there once. It's not far.
Jackie? What's he got to do with any of this?
You'll see. Come on. Top floor. He had the same glum face.
Oh, Jack?
This is it, Chica. I'm done for.
Doesn't sound like the Jackie I knew.
That was a long time ago. His mom had just found out he'd signed up with the Valentinos. Trust me. Senora Wells on one shoulder, your gang Chumbas on the other. No choice can ever seem right.
Mm-hmm.
Life wasn't easy for my Jackie, but he found the courage to bet on himself. After I brought him here.
Ah, that's more like it. Air.
See that? I come here when I need to get away. Be alone with my thoughts.
She's onto something. Ought to sit, mull through some shit yourself.
Thanks, Misty. You were right. Choice spot. So what? What did Jackie decide up here?
Oh, you know. Gonna be a legend in this city. And I'm gonna leave you alone now. Take your time.
Fucking scared me, know that? Thought you were on your way out.
No, still here.
For now. You know, should call anyone you want to say goodbye to.
Worst case scenario. Not what you expect.
No. But whatever you decide, risk's gonna be high. If things don't go our way. Just fucking do it. Anyone you gotta talk to, now's the time. Pills can wait.
Judy.
Yeah. Even I've grown to like her.
She ought to know that. Hey, Judy.
Oh, hey, V. What's cracking?
Time we, went swimming.
A lot of fun, wasn't it?
What you said then. About what you sensed in me.
Death.
High time I faced it. Can't be sure it'll work, but I gotta try.
Listen, whatever it is you're gonna try, just be careful, okay? I'm here waiting.
Thanks. Do my best. Okay.
Was good you called. Wish I'd had the chance to. Come a long way to get here, haven't we? Just think. It all started in a fucking landfill.
Then you tried to kill me.
See exactly what I mean. Trying to save your sorry hide now. You can let me do that. Or you can try Panam and her tarmac rats. But then their lives will weigh heavy on your soul. Or you take Arasaka's deal, but then you'll have your own soul on your conscience.
Think you ought to go with Rogue. Two of you together got the best shot.
You absolutely sure? No going back on this, you know.
You're up, Johnny. I trust you. Take the wheel. Just go easy on us, yeah?
Thanks, B. I'll get us through this. You'll see. See you on the other side.
That's right. Even if I gotta burn this whole fucking
Look
city
who we
down.
have here.
V. V's taking a break. It's me.
We'll talk soon, Wakako. What do you want, Johnny?
Not happy to see me?
Frankly, I'm not sure.
Why? We had fun at the movies, didn't we?
We're not at the movies anymore. Plus, got a good idea why you're here. You want something. And that's always a bad sign.
Of course I do. And who better could I take it to? Out of that whole crazy crew from Atlantis, by some crazy coincidence, only you survived.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
Somehow missed the last 50 years. Just trying to get my facts straight. Fill in some gaps.
And? You learn anything useful?
Just that no one from our old crew got a happy ending. No one but you.
Oh, what gives?
Now.
We ain't finished yet.
Oh, yes, you is.
Shish, what's the matter?
Nothing. Your shift's done. You're heading home to kick your feet up.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna go back to work.
We'll have the whole place to ourselves? VIP treatment.
Now talk. Just what the hell are you insinuating?
That my bottle behind the bar?
Yep. Been waiting there. Just... I never knew what the fuck for. But I'm starting to get some good ideas about how I might use it.
Chose a cozy life for yourself. I'm just curious what it cost you.
We all pay a price for the choices we make. I'm no exception.
That what you tell yourself when you're cashing corp checks?
That's what I tell myself when I stand over the graves of the crew from the Atlantis. It's what I tell myself when I look at you now.
Well, hey. The past is the past.
That's right. But that's not why you're here. You want to drag me into something again, and this chatter is just a prelude.
This body, I'm trying to... No. Fuck. V's dying, and I'm the fucking cancer killing her. But the process can be stopped. I just have to...
No, Johnny. Don't start. Don't tell yourself you're out to help someone.
No, fuck off, princess. I'm running out of time, Rogue. When that fucking clock strikes 12, Johnny'll disappear and V'll go with him. Need to get myself out of her head before that happens. We managed to contact all. She agreed to help.
But?
Only one place we can do it. The data fort, Mikoshi. And the only access point we got a chance of reaching is tucked snugly under Sokka Tower.
Arasaka? Again? Should have seen that coming. Only an idiot does the same thing over and over, while expecting things to work out differently. You even have a plan for this?
We need bodies. You know the kind. And we need gear. Best money can buy. And some luck. Hopefully a little fucking luck.
Did you say we?
That's right. Can't possibly work without you.
So, what? I dust off and load up my tsunami? Rejoin your crusade against Arasaka?
Bingo.
When?
Dunno. Now?
And what makes you think I'd agree?
'Cause I think you know you owe me one. Me and everybody else you buried while you climbed to the top.
Shit. Knew this would happen one day. That one night, by some fucking miracle, you'd waltz in here and tear everything down. Some things never change.
And us? Have we changed?
I don't know.
Well, what do you say we go find out? Will you lend me a hand?
Shut the fuck up, Johnny. Just stop talking.
fucking Christ!
Every time. Every time. Never have I seen one not drunk as a pig sleep over 20 hours.
I remember that face. Gotta be Crispin Wayland. Spitting image of your dad.
Blood of the blood.
What did I miss? Why are you here?
The boss will explain all.
Rogue?
There is only one boss. Let's go. The boss awaits.
See, you two said your hellos. Excellent.
Rogue, what's this specimen doing here?
He's our pilot and our ride to Corpo Plaza today.
Our ride. So you're in.
Don't act all surprised, leadhead. Gears over there. Help yourself.
What are these?
Retro thrusters. Anti-gravs. Strap them to your legs and you can jump from damn near any height.
Okay now. Gonna tell me what the plan is?
Yep. Jack in the shard. Target's the Mikoshi access point in Arasaka Tower. Need to reach the lab floor. Hold it just long enough to do what we need to do, then get out alive. Arasaka Tower's a fortress, the most secure building in Night City. Walking in through the front door just ain't an option. So, we'll get in through a window of our own making. Specifically, we fly in on a Militech Strix tactical bomber. First, we rain fire on the building's air defenses from a high altitude. Then we breach the wall on the 76th floor, jump from the AV, and survive the landing thanks to our anti-gravs. That's right. We'll land smack in the middle of a tropical rainforest. Contrary to popular opinion, Arasaka has panache at times. We cut our way through the jungle to a shaft located on the tower's vertical axis. The shaft runs the height of the building. We use our retro thrusts again. Reach the bottom floor quickly. We'll surprise the socks off security. They'll be in disarray. Resistance should be minimal. We hit the lab floor running, reach the access point. The rest will be in your hands. I'll hold for applause.
As I said, there's only one boss, one queen.
Saying we're gonna rain fire on these assholes. Seriously? I've waited too long for this.
Don't bust out of your pants just yet. If we want to survive, we gotta do a lot more. We're gonna knock a Jerugian 0401 ComSat off its orbit.
Blood clot satellite. We're gonna make history, friends.
That'll freeze comms in NC, NorCal, and SoCal. Should buy us 3 or 4 hours.
You mean to tell me that apart from that fucking bomber, you have a weaponized space shuttle?
Got a certain acquaintance at Orbital Air.
Mystery benefactor?
Highly positioned informant. I'll pay him enough to give us access to the Jerugian. The rest will be up to our old Netrunner friend.
You mean all?
Only one I know who can rip an Arasaka satellite out of the sky.
I'm supposed to talk to Alt anyway. I'll convince her.
Don't fuck this up, Johnny. It's the one thing I can't do for you.
Said I'd do it, and I will. So summing up, we fly to Arasaka Tower unnoticed and say hello with a welcome basket of missiles.
Exactly. Then we jump in, find the building's vertical axis, and work our way down.
To the Mikoshi access point. Yep.
What'd you think?
Plan's got more gaping holes than a kabuki dollhouse. Fuck it, it's gotta work.
It won't be the stupidest stunt we've ever pulled.
Rogue?
What?
Just thank you.
Thank me later. Head out back. Nix will show you the ropes. And you, Wayland, heat up the Strix. We'll be with you soon.
How long you gonna be? Might I have time for a nap?
Hey, so you the one gonna dive, right?
That is the plan.
Right on. Hop into a suit, then have a seat over there. I'm finishing up for the day, so you be resurfacing on your own. And don't fuck with my gear.
Alt? You here?
I told you. Alt Cunningham is no more.
That's so? Then why do I see her in front of me?
You see Alt because you wish to. It's a defense mechanism. Your explicit memory is simply creating a replacement image.
It's weird. Like
Having a bad dream.
You read my thoughts?
An oversimplification. You still deny what you are. A construct. A set of data. I know you.
You know me.
Like lines of code.
So what else do you know?
The complexity of your emotions. Time is short. Netwatch could detect our local net traffic.
I know how we get to...
It's beneath Arasaka Tower. Predictable.
Holy fuck, you're doing it now. You're reading
The
my...
Georgian 0401 poses no problem. I can deactivate the satellite.
Can you just hold on a second?
You will breach Arasaka Tower and locate the port into Mikoshi. This is the program that will establish the link. I will send it with you on a splinter. Upon your opening of a back door, I will be able to circumvent the data fort's security protocols.
And once that's done...
You will be separated from V. And Mikoshi will cease to exist.
Cease to exist, as will the constructs inside, right?
No. The data constructs will not be destroyed. I intend to take them with me, to integrate them.
Okay, never mind. Sorry I asked.
You forget. They are data. Data that will not disappear, but become part of... something greater.
Meaning what, exactly?
It cannot be described in terms you will understand, but perhaps, one day, you will see it for yourself. Is that everything?
Well, you could wish me luck.
I wish you good luck.
Gee, thanks. Ready to take on the world.
V, don't know if you can hear me, but thanks for trusting me. Let's do this.
Paperwork's with Asukaga and Finch. Yeah, everything's fine. Got no reason to worry. Now, pull over. Kill the engine and have a nice long look at the stars. Simply that. You won't regret it. Gotta go. I love you. Biggest raid of your life in that getup? Really?
What, not catching my good side?
Won't exactly shed many bullets, but that's your problem. Ready?
Rogue. Who is that?
My son.
Wasn't expecting that. You telling me you got a,
Private life. Yeah. And we'll leave it at that. Asked if everything's ready.
Yeah, it's ready.
Good. Now come on, or that lunatic will take off without us. I like this joint. Gonna miss it. the very top.
So, Wayland, what'd you tell him about the job, exactly?
Only what he wanted to know. His cut.
He any good?
Aiming to be an NC legend before long.
Aren't we all?
Not this time, honey. Wayland, take us up.
Copy that.
Rogue!
Yeah.
You're pretty damn quiet. Everything chill?
I just can't believe we're actually doing this.
Just like old times, yeah?
Just like old times. Know what I like most about Night City?
What'd that be?
Take a look. See that? One day you're in the gutter, the next, you got the whole city at your feet. The whole fucking city!
Where no one can make you do shit! Not even those motherfuckers! No idea how this is gonna end, but let me tell ya, it'll be one loud morning.
Time we gave this city another wake-up call. Jesus, it's so beautiful. About to get even prettier, too.
The hell you say? You two take a puff and not share?
I wish, Swama. Eyes on the sky, everybody.
Cutting a mixer entrance in 3, 2...
And 1! Whoa, is that the Jerugian?
Make a wish.
Hey! They got a lock on us!
Damn it.
What do we do?
Stick to the plan. Fuck!
Engine's been hit!
Get us out of here.
Too late! Time to self-attack! Gotta improvise!
Wayland, get us to the top floors! Shit!
Intruder detected. Initiating Hayabusa protocol. The facility is in lockdown.
Fuck!
Hey, you still breathing?
Personnel must report to designated zone.
Wayland never jumped. Crashed by the waterfall. I'll try to reestablish contact with him, then find someone who's got access for the elevator going down. Wayland, you read me? How many pieces you in?
Still one I own. And I think the local tribe's taken an interest in me.
We'll get you out of there. Don't move.
As if I could.
We're going after Wayland.
Got it.
guards. Occupied at the term. Slip and buy's an option, and so is taking him out all at once. I'll follow your lead.
Let's get to work.
See if we can't use this term somehow. Okay, to the bird. Finally. Let's get to work. Hey, Wayland, you hear me?
Loud and clear. Doors all mine.
We each get one. Johnny, choice is yours.
Picking up the power. Gotta get...
Look who we got here! Yo, slick skin.
From a half reptile, I'll take that as a compliment.
Thanks for the help.
You were supposed to jump with us.
Don't like all enemies in one big puddle. Decided to ripple them out.
Seems you jumped the puddle entirely.
Not now. Let's get out of here. Move.
See that one? A high ranker, holding the access we need. All yours, Johnny.
Recruited Subo Squad. I await further orders.
As Spider Murphy loves to say, look what the cat dragged in. Let's grab the access token and make for the elevator.
She's a terrorist. Stay vigilant. Look who we got here.
Surrender immediately.
Approaching target.
You fucking gun.
Yeah, fucking own it. Your mother. Yo, that's what I'm talking about.
Enemy contact. I'm engaging.
Oh, I hate those things.
Heavy firepower incoming.
Cover you.
Get wrecked.
Over already.
Got the access token. Now the elevator.
the atrium. Jesus. It was just a month ago I met with Michiko Arasaka here.
Empty hallways, offices.
Just like back then. Remember?
Of course I do.
You've changed, you know? Finally grown up.
And you're still the best.
So, security rooms are on the lower level. You'll need to plow through. Fucking elevators are still jammed. Gotta jump.
That's a long way down.
Precisely why I told you to bring the antigraphs. See you down bottom.
Which way now?
Need to find the elevator to the labs. Fastest route to Mikoshi.
You're dead!
Pretty bad! Minimize it! Pull back!
Cover you!
Keep your eyes on this one!
Go, go, go!
Get wrecked!
Focus!
Now's your chance! Stand up quick! Shoot it! Hey, keep that up!
Let's fucking roll! You like grenades?
Hey, leave a little for me!
Let's fucking roll! What?
Good, good! Keep that up!
Yo! That's what I'm talking about.
Get wrecked!
Get classy!
Not even sorry for you.
We're being attacked!
Coming in. Port. Jack in.
Can't open it from here. Probably a control term nearby. Open. Patching in all.
Let your woman out of her box. Let her show us what she's got.
Hey, you've always been the one. Know that, right?
I do. Just a shame you never did.
Well, could have been worse. Alt's in.
Think she can break through the ice?
I have bypassed security. I have complete control of the building. The way to Mikoshi is clear.
Elevator, now. Netrun Operations Control.
2067. An Arasaka bodyguard shields the Emperor of Japan from an assassin's bullet. 2071. Arasaka security forces prevent mass riots in San Francisco, saving the city from certain ruin. 2074.
Bullshit.
Know that look? Got something on your mind?
Ever think back about why we did it?
Did what?
Why we took on the corpse, strapped in leather, chrome, and iron.
Don't know, Johnny. We were young. Hot blood in our veins, shit judgment in our heads, like all pups.
We fought for beauty, not knowing what was good or true. It was only the beautiful that meant a damn thing to us.
Don't let your mind wander. We'll kick around old brain cells over vodka once we're done.
My treat, eh? Or people with stories of the olden days, just like my grandparents.
Arasaka netrunners have stormed the tower's systems. Stopping their advance is my priority. Continue on your way alone. I've cleared a path, but you must hurry. An elite security unit is following you.
Made a run for it, wound up turret fodder.
Who is she?
A woman pushed to the very end.
Oh, shit.
Seems Cunningham's made strides these last decades.
Shit-eaters never even stood a chance.
Come on, the way down's beyond the door. Looks like our work here is already done.
I'm prepared to repel a netrunner attack originating from outside the facility. You will be on your own now. And you must hurry. An Arasaka elite force isn't far behind.
Let's move it. Okay, so close, I can almost smell the data stream. Room past the partition. We cross it and we're at the core. Can't turn back time, Johnny. Ever. But you can always start over.
cut.
Eat shit and die. Faster!
Faster!
Interesting.
Batman Daddy can't see me now.
You won't leave here alive. Come here. Pathetic.
Let's go!
You killed Oda. Good. He was useless. Your turn to die now.
Drop it now. Got a sniper going out.
This is
Shoot! Let's fucking roll!
no option.
Got a sniper going out.
Struggle if you wish.
Let's fucking roll! Got a sniper going out.
Survival favors the strong.
All that shit, man. Let's fucking roll! Bruh, this is not good. Bumbo clock.
Struggle if you wish. Survival favors the strong.
So bad, man, daddy.
Scrub out this knot.
Got a sniper going out. Let's fucking roll.
Struggle if you wish.
Got a sniper going out.
Survival favors the strong.
Let's fucking roll.
Struggle if you wish.
That's right.
Don't prolong
Listen to me, you bored son of a bitch. Rogue meant more than you or I ever could. Best there ever was. And you killed her.
She knew the risks.
Rogue had it in for you. Finally got what she wanted.
You're talking tripe. I killed the old cunt.
Don't know shit, Smasher. She finished things off on her own terms. Something you'll never get. Hey, Wayland.
Yeah, man.
You're all right.
Good luck, Silverman.
The access point lies before you. Link to it, insert yourself, then search for me on the other side.
Wherewithal later, so I figure I'll just say this now. On V's behalf. Thanks. As for me, I'm sorry.
Once out of nature, I shall never take my bodily form from any natural thing. But such a form as Grecian goldsmiths make, of hammered gold and gold enameling, to keep a drowsy emperor awake, or set upon a golden bough to sing to lords and ladies of Byzantium, of what is past, or passing, or to come.
Hey, V. Happy to see me?
Not exactly. Blacked out and woke up here. I miss anything?
Shame you couldn't watch. It was my magnum opus. You'd have loved it.
Me and yours and Rogue's, don't you?
Rogue's dead.
I'm sorry. Afraid things are pretty shit for me, too. I'll tip me with Soul Killer. My nerves are in shreds.
You'll be all right. I mean, look, you made it this far.
Awareness of what's happening right now. That's just raunchous. Like, Alt's neatly packed me into an engram. couldn't even tell when. Or how.
So what do you think? Like being a club of ones and zeros?
At first, the phantom pain. Jeez. Felt like my whole body was on fire. I realize now, it's not pain at all, just some digital simulacrum. Guess I was gonna start moving this digital psyche I am back into my flesh, but I had no idea if I'll survive or what I'll be if I do.
So we at the finish line? It's all in Alt's hands now?
No.
What the? Alt?
I made a mistake in excluding the body as a factor. DNA reconfiguration has progressed too far. Added to aggressive, invasive medications, the body's immune system attacking its own neurons.
Spit it out! In human terms!
V will die independent of what I do. This is imminent.
Check again. If V's engram is damaged, can't you fix her?
Hardware. Therein lies the problem. The organism's neurons have been dying for a time. Any attempt at a procedure upon its brain would result in the latter's death.
You're a fucking genius! Think of something!
Enough! Johnny, shut up! I need to think.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be a way out of
The
this.
biochip has irreversibly changed the host organism. It no longer belongs to V, who is an intruder there. The situation is different for you. All changes were made to accommodate you.
Your axe to kick me out of my own body?
The changes are irreversible. You have nothing left to lose. He has everything to gain. I will not interfere in your personal affairs, but while Johnny has full control, he can do what he wishes.
Alt, give us
What the hell for? So you could trick me into agreeing. Giving you a free pass, even though you can already do what you want with my body.
You're my friend, V. I'd never pull that on you. Never do you wrong.
Enough. Could honestly talk in circles till the goddamn sun implodes. But I told you once already and haven't changed my mind. Still got a life to live. So you should go.
If you're not ready to die, then you're gonna live.
Johnny.
So what do I do, Alt?
Simply cross the bridge. You will become a part of me, as V's body and former life are restored.
Johnny.
Don't make this any harder, eh? Just don't forget I came around.
I won't. Never. Morning. Morning, you. Gonna hop in the shower. Mm-hmm. Me too.
Drag your asses out of your sets. I can turn to face the sky. Today and today only, you will catch a glimpse of the Crystal Palace, that big-ass space station in which you mere mortals will never set foot. Now, they say the Crystal Palace has the most expensive casinos, the most beautiful women, and some damn trusty security. But that's what they say about Night City.
Fuck. What is it? Nothing. Okay. You need me, I'll be in the kitchen. All right, V. What's wrong? Feeling worse? I think you know what's wrong. I'm dying, Judy. Rather not talk about it just now. It's on Mikoshi, isn't it? Saw your new meds in the bathroom. It's getting worse, right? Don't worry, it'll all work out soon. Work out. V. I'm not blind or stupid. I can see the wall you've put up. You're not letting me pass. Sometimes I get the feeling you wouldn't even notice if I just up and disappeared. Anyway, I'll be outside. Maybe I'll catch a glimpse of the Crystal Palace. You know, guess you could mistake it for Venus. V, I think I messed up. We're not talking about the Crystal Palace anymore, are we? It's weird as hell, but I think I might have just realized I never felt right here. Used to think I actually liked being one atom among many. Anonymous and safe. But it was an illusion. I look at this city and feel like a lost atom. Sometimes. But mostly... I feel alone. I know the feeling. It ever go away? No, never. You know, I used to keep time in phases, from one juncture to another. The mega building hole in the wall phase, then the group home, the gang, the Mox phase. Each and every time, I thought I'd found a home. And each and every time, I came away disappointed. What would you call this phase? What I wanted to talk to you about, actually. Listen, V. I gotta get out of here. Ditch Night City, find something better, something more solid. You understand? Good idea. Ought to leave fast as you can. Got nothing good that awaits you here. Especially since I'll soon... I understand. I really do.
What about you?
Me? Still got some biz to take care of here.
Oh. So it is biz. This that thing at the afterlife? The job.
If it works, I won't let you forget. You're gonna hear about me, wherever you end up.
These postcards from the edge. I like the idea. I'll be waiting for them.
Better get going.
I know. Take care of yourself, Lee. And come back in one piece.
You take care, too.
Spread your wings. Go. I'm gonna hang here a minute.
Hello. Thank you for choosing the Delamain service. Where shall we fly today?
The afterlife. Head over there.
As you wish. We will be traveling along restricted air corridors. No delays anticipated.
Preem.
If I may deign, you look frightfully fatigued. Was it a difficult night?
Difficult few weeks.
I'm truly sorry to hear that. The Delamain network is pleased to offer complimentary services that may just be the ideal remedy for your current condition. What's more, I'm delighted to inform you that Delamain has joined forces with Trauma Team. With our limited time only Safe Travels package, you have a full range of medical services available to you at your fingertips.
What's going on with Arasaka? How's the stitch in the city?
Here's an item that might interest you. The Arasaka crisis continues. The corporation still teeters. Aggregated media mentions indicate a positively mammoth stain on the corporation's image, as well as financial and political defeat. Secure Your Soul was to be a smashing success for Arasaka. It turned into a horrific curse. They lost all resources related to the program.
Promised the rich immortality. Sold them on it. Actually collected engrams and knowledge. Bid for control. For power, I say.
Precisely. In any event, it will be some time before Arasaka successfully reorganizes. It seems you, the afterlife, are safe. For now. Arrived at your destination. Thank you for choosing the Delamain service. Have a nice day. Thank you for choosing the Delamain service. Have a nice day.
Hey, you there? Yes, I'm talking to you. Food from a tube, rusty water from the tap, another murder outside your bedroom. 7299 for a chance to win a one-week getaway for two at the Crystal Palace. 10 casinos, 5 pools, top-end brain dance equipment, and the best chefs in the universe. If you're looking for a taste of paradise, don't wait a microsecond longer. Send space to 7299 right now. The Crystal Palace. Feel alive.
Hey, we good?
Perfect. Your box is ready and waiting.
Hey, V.
Get you something?
My usual.
Sure thing. People can tell something's up. Won't be able to keep it under wraps much longer.
Won't have to. Takeoff's today.
Today?
Not a problem.
No. Just, in that case, you're gonna need something special. Rogue had this little ritual. Before any big op, she'd knock back a shot of tequila. Silverhand's preferred. Asked her once if it was for luck or whatever. You know what she said? Said it was about remembering. Said that remembering Johnny that way helped her focus on what was important. Anyways, afterlife tradition. Gonna mix you up one of our specials. Just tell me who we're drinking to.
Makes me up a Wells. Gonna drink to Jackie.
Miss him, don't you?
This place was Jack's dream, you know? Afterlife legends. That's what we were gonna be.
Well, then you made his dream come true. Good luck, V.
Hey, boss. V, I've long awaited this moment. To look the latest afterlife legend in the eye. I must say, I'm moved.
Happy not to disappoint.
Ladies first.
Talk to me.
Well, V, Mikoshi was quite the punch. You TKO'd Arasaka, in fact. Brought you eddies. Influence around town. But not just that. It meant positive paralysis of Arasaka's systems. A few additional hatches opened up. My people rushed in, grabbed what they could.
So it's all systems go for the op.
I have confirmed the intel leaking out of Arasaka. The casino is currently testing a new security system.
And it's true. They will be shutting it down briefly today. I believe you'll know how to use that moment.
Won't be disappointed. Pick the best merc around for the job.
So I've heard. But I'd like it proved to me as well. Speaking of which, nobody's ever pulled off a stunt like this. Where I'm from, they'd say it's straight impossible.
They'd say you're taking too big a risk. Poetically speaking, flying towards the sun to burn up.
Guess that's why he hired me.
You know why I hired you? Because you'd do anything at all for even the faintest chance at survival. Even if it meant coming to within a hair's breadth of your untimely death.
This time tomorrow should have the casino's client data. All of it. Don't forget your side of the bargain.
Oh, I never forget a promise. Good luck.
Right. In position.
Perfect. Almost to the second. My turn. Satellites are down for now. Just got the signal. Signature cloaking activated. Remember, got one shot and one shot only.
Tell me something I don't know.
As soon as it starts, there'll be no backing down. No chance at extraction. No chance of survival if anyone notices.
Excellent.
But if this works, you'll gain more than you ever imagined.
Times when I had something to gain are long gone. No. Now I got nothing to lose.
That's kind of grim. Then again, who am I to judge?
Okay. Here goes nothing.
Good luck. See you down bottom.
Over and out.
Hey, V, what's up, kid? Been a while since you came to see old Vic. I'll bet your tunes in the afterlife found your new Major League Ripper, huh? Them swanky downtown fucker shooting chrome out his ass. Am I right? Well, I mean it, kid. Get all you can out of this life. You deserve it. More than anyone I know. But stop by sometime, okay? Next time you're in the neighborhood, we'll talk about old times and I'll take a look at you. Make sure that the new Ripper of yours didn't screw anything up. See you around, V.
Hey, V. Everyone's telling me you're a base gordo now. A big shot, eh? So big you can't call me once a week. Once a month, even. Don't forget where you started. Who you started with, My door's always open to you, V. There's always food on my table. Mi casa es su casa. No se te olvide. Ahí te veo, V. Hey, V. I'm calling to say goodbye. I finally decided to up and leave this city for good. Realize this place only gives you two choices. You either become an asshole, or eventually you get off by one. I hope you somehow find an alternative. Just a shame things had to end this way. Have a nice life, V. Hello, V. How are things? Weather in the Badlands is pleasant as usual.
My cooler melted, it's 90 degrees in the shade, and there's sandstorms heading straight for us. So yeah, you're missing out. No, but seriously, we're doing all right. Saul and I somehow get along, for better or for worse. But still, family's always growing, work's always piling up. But better to keep busy, right? And to think if it wasn't for you, I'd still be stumbling my way through Night City. So I just want to say thank you for all you've done for me. I'd still be lost if you hadn't set me on the right track. All right, well, talk soon, V. Don't be a stranger.
Hello, V. Saul speaking. Heard about something big happening in Night City, with a certain V in the lead role. Don't know what you plan to do now, but just remember, we always take care of our own. And, you're one of us now, V. You're an Aldecaldo. Remember that. Take care of yourself, V. And see you around.
V, hey! Can you hear me? Shit, is this thing recording? Okay, well, all of us have been wondering when you're finally gonna drop by. We can get a barbecue going, knock a few back, do a couple of races, or pay a friendly visit to the ravaged ship. Guess what I'm trying to say is, well, Badlands could use a badass like you, V. Don't know what you got on your plate right now, but remember, you're welcome out here anytime. All right, now, take care.
V, hey. So, here's the thing. A couple fellas from the 5th Precinct busted a shop selling illegal iron. Sawed-offs, stun guns, mustard gas canisters. Orders from on up were to blow it all to the ground. But then I thought, maybe there's a better way to use all this stuff for a good cause. I still remember what you did for us. For me and Randy. The city needs more people like you. I'm gonna make sure they're equipped. This one's on me, V. See you around. Hey, it's Peralez. V, you're gonna want to hear this. But first, you need to go somewhere no one's listening. Okay, so my wife, Elizabeth, she's in on the whole thing. She keeps saying I should look after myself. Tells me to take these pills. Says they're vitamins. Got them analyzed at a lab. And they look okay. But how am I supposed to know if somebody didn't falsify the results? Well, when you get a sec, call me, okay? Oh, yeah. And don't forget to delete this message.
Hey, V. Listen, I was just thinking about you, so I laid out a quick tarot. I know the reading's not as strong without you here, but we haven't seen each other for so long, and well, one thing led to another. Know what I drew? Strength, the Emperor, and the world. Babe, the world's gonna hear about you. Go and show Night City what you're made of.